I guess one of my other questions is, and I see this happening quite a bit in the art world, and that's all great information, by the way, and this kind of ties in with that, is sometimes when people have logos developed, what they don't know, because they're on a budget, is that maybe the graphic that's used in that logo is actually generic graphic. It could be actually clip art from somewhere. I've seen this happen where I've seen a couple of companies actually have this clip art from Microsoft when they used to give away free clip art, and the clip art's still floating around there. Is that kind of a logo with a generic graphic and the company name put on, even if the graphic's modified for color or modified a little bit, is that trademarkable? Or is that worth the investment? I know businesses that are starting out small don't want to put a lot into this, but in the long run, is it going to hurt them?
You know, I immediately think you've got two considerations there. One is, can I even use this thing, right?
In the way that you're trying to use it.
Exactly. And two is, can I protect it? These are like the two base questions that come up with multiple kinds of IP all the time. Can I do it? Can I protect it? And in the case that you're describing, let's say it's clip art from Microsoft. Can I use it? You get the lawyer answer, which is it depends. So it depends on how you came about accessing that image and what agreements might be in place. Click wrap agreements with the software that you're using. So if you've legitimately purchased Microsoft Office software, it comes with some clip art.
Right.
There's certain licenses that come with that. You're free to use it for these purposes. I think commercial use is included in that, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
It could include commercial use, but they may specifically prohibit trademark, like using it as a trademark. And you wouldn't know until you took the time to read that license.
Print.
And it is fine. It is, it takes time to go through those documents. But the same thing came up. I was like, what rights do you actually have? But the simple practical answer is no. Like, I would not invest any time or money into using that artwork in a trademark. It's not, or anything that also it's not attractive. But that's a design question, of course, and anyone can take that on. But at the end of the day, my advice is always
you're not going to be buying products that have
clip art logos.
Trademark logos.
No. No way.
That doesn't work for Zeke.
No. But generally, my advice is like, get original art, because when you get original art and then you get an agreement that you own that art, or at least have the license to use it in the way that you want to use it, you don't have this question. This doesn't come up. People who try to cut corners and use stuff that's already out there, there's the risk that someone else has used it, so you can't, you don't really have a great claim to it. There's the risk that you do not have the right to use it. And then the question that Tom was answering was, can you actually prevent other people from using it? And so with trademark, there's always the sword and the shield. You want to prevent others from using it, but you also want to be able to safely use it. And you may not be able to prevent other people from using it because of what it is, and that's real too.
And I know there's some websites out there where you can download graphics, but they will often say in there, you cannot use this graphic for a logo or trademark material.
Right.
So be careful if you're downloading information from the web. Look at the fine print, it's very important, and it may cause you problems later on if you don't follow the laws or the rules that go along with purchasing the artwork.
Very, very important to understand what you're getting in that package. And the reason they do that is they want to sell more than one.
Totally.
Correct.
If you're paying $5, $15, even $30 for it, right? That might not be worth it for the artist to make the thing if they're only going to be able to sell one, and you can put a trademark on it and nobody else can use it now.
Correct.
Right? If they're going to sell one, you can sometimes negotiate that. Hopefully they haven't sold it already, but it's going to cost more.
Yeah, and that single use, that's called an exclusive use. And usually if the rights you seek to obtain are going to be exclusive from everyone else, the designer is going to want more money for that. I mean, there is a way higher price tag to get exclusive use over something than non-exclusive use, meaning more than one person. And so that's a huge consideration. Again, I mean, I'll just highlight, my advice is to always get original artwork for a logo. Like, even if whatever it is, just either pay someone to do it, go onto Fiverr, pay someone to do it, or get a local artist or whatever. If you have the skills, whatever.
Even Fiverr, though, you got to be careful.
Totally, and because you have to. Yeah, there's a number of things in dealing with the artists on a website like that, because what they will sometimes do is just they have this like their own personal stock of a bunch of logos they've created, and they'll just give you one of those that they've already sold to like 5-6 other companies. And so it's spot on that you actually have to get them to agree in writing that that this was custom made for you and never made for anyone else. And it definitely changes it from a Fiverr to more like a more expensive
More money.
Yeah.